Good morning. Welcome to day 90, Friday, July 5th, 2024. It's a little before 6. It is a warm one already. So we're gonna be beating the heat again today, I think. Looking at the beta on Far Out, it looks like there's a really bad section of trail coming up, where even just this past week, a trail crew was out trying to get it back in shape. Over 200 blowdowns they cleared, and they're still recommending to do avoid the trail and do the road walk. Pretty much the trail is paralleling a road, and even the road is kind of beat up right now, but when we get there, we'll probably take their advice and avoid busting an ankle or something. It's just a mess, but they're working on it. It'll probably be back in shape in a couple of weeks. So that is the only thing of interest, I think, coming up today. We're going to try and do another about 20 miles. We'll have to do a short water carry with the climb, but less than a mile. We're going to get down to like 3,300 feet today, and then like climb back up to 5,000 or something. So that's what the day is looking like. As I was just getting ready to leave, there was one person camped near me, but far enough away I didn't even hear them. In the dusk, I got up like at 4:30 or so, heard some crashing, crunching in the woods. Turned out to be a deer, which is what I thought it would be, but until you actually see it, you never know. And then just as I was getting ready to head out, another guy showed up walking and asked if I'd gotten the water down at the spring. He's asking about that, so he must have been camped pretty close by, I guess, unless he gets a real early start. So there's your morning update. Let's get some miles in. So up the trail, still a bit off. We're going to be going through the Pigeon burn zone from 1999. Obviously, this is a huge burn zone, but it's not labeled on Gaia, so I'm not sure when it's from. I think there was a fire from looking at Far Out like 2 or 3 years ago, but I think it was a bit further north, so I'm not sure if this is part of that or not. I mean, there's a lot of regrowth, so I'm guessing this burn is probably a bit older than that, but I'm certainly no expert. But yeah, every tree on the left side of this trail destroyed. We have entered the land of blowdowns. Been going through, around, and over quite a few of them. All right, so the trail's pretty much getting lost with the overgrowth and the blowdowns. I think it's time to hook up with the road and take the road for a couple of miles. It pretty much parallels the PCT, but the trail's getting kind of redonkulous. All right, that was an adventure coming down that, but we're on the road, and just based on the need for some serious trail maintenance, we're going to take this for a bit. This road has seen better days, but at least it's a clear path, and so far, not hundreds of blowdowns. We'll take it. All right, we're probably in like the last third of our blowdown avoidance road walk, with still blowdowns, but at least you have room to maneuver because the road's a bit wider. But Sorry to report, one of the blowdowns just got me. Ripped another hole in my sun hoodie on my right side. Oh, Sarah, I need more thread. Stat. So, yeah, another tear in the sun hoodie. I don't think I could have been much more careful. It's just one of those things. So, had a couple backpackers heading southbound that I passed. They weren't very talkative. And I've got the one guy from this morning who passed me. I passed him. I'm sure he'll pass me again. And then there was another guy. Maybe he was the guy camped next to me. He just went barreling through the forest when I got off and made my way down to the road initially. He kept going. And I haven't seen him on the road. So he might be hardcore going for the whole thing. So good luck to him. And when I say road, this is what the road looks like right now. So this is the first real bunch of overgrowth it's had. For the most part, it's been pretty clear, except for the blowdowns. But obviously, this road has not seen a whole lot of vehicle traffic. All right, it's 10 o'clock, just wrapping up a little break. We got about 2.5 miles to a river where we can take a nice break and get some electrolytes going. So that's the plan. Hopefully the trail gets back to more traily and less blowdowny. All right, it's 10:30. As soon as we got on this side of the mountain, been roasting. It is so hot. I can't wait to get to this, I think it's Feather River. Definitely gonna dunk the sun hoodie, dunk the feet, take a nice break here. So a bunch of soot from the burns, a couple scrapes. There's been some blowdowns on this part of the trail, but nothing like the road. I can only imagine what that section of trail was like that we avoided. Yikes. All right, it's about 11 o'clock. We're gonna get some water, dip our hoodie in the river, and make some Gatorade. All right, wrapping up a nice little break here. Have seen 4 thru-hikers go by since I've been here. 2, a couple that actually followed me down here thinking I was on the trail. I quickly figured out that they had to go back up. And then I saw 2 more people crossing the bridge while I was getting water. So yeah, gonna have a little more tailwind here and bring the rest to go. The river water is not like ice cold. It was actually very nice for washing off my legs, but it'd be nice if it was a little colder for drinking, but it's good. And we'll look on far out and see where we can get another water refill down the road. And I'm gonna try and eat a little something here just to keep the energy up. That's it for now. All right, we just finished a climb up from Feather River. Taking a little break in the shade and looking forward to our next water source while we down some more tailwind. It is hot out there when you're not in the shade. It feels like you're in an oven. All right, we're leaving a national wild and scenic river system. I think that just means they're not allowed to build dams on it, which is pretty cool. There's a few of them in the area. All right, it's about 1:45. We made it to a seasonal stream. It'll be the last water source before our water source for camp, about 3 miles, all climbing. It's a hot one today. I'm gonna do another round of tailwind here. All right, still climbing. We've got about 0.6 miles to our water source and then another 0.6 after that to camp. So another mile, 1.2 to camp. Just climbing, climbing, climbing. All right, it's 4:15. We have climbed the 0.6 miles and we have found camp for the night. And we've got shade, which is very nice. Very nice. All right, we're getting camp set up. I'm not thrilled about a couple of the dead trees around here, but most of the big ones are still alive. There's just one or two that are dead, but it's not windy, and even if the one closest to me fell, I don't think it's gonna fall my way. But sometimes you just gotta take your chances. If it was windy, I probably wouldn't stay here just because, but should be fine for the night. All right, time for a recap. It's about 5:30. We ended up doing pretty much the same mileage we did yesterday. We did 20.7 today. We're at about 5,100 feet. Luckily, we got some shade. It was just a dry, dusty, burn zone area day. And then there were some sections in the sun where it just felt like you were baking in an oven. It was hot. So hopefully it cools down a little bit tonight. There aren't any really mosquitoes here. There's a few flies, so it's not too bad. Probably had 5 thru-hikers pass me. They were all solo males. Recognized maybe one of them. The one guy from this morning who asked for water, we like flip-flop back and forth. And he must have taken a break somewhere off trail because he just went by about 15 minutes ago. So yeah, having that seasonal stream about a half-mile back made this site the easy choice for a 20-mile day. It's not listed on Far Out. So who knows, someone else may try to camp here, but they're going to have... You can probably move some brush around and get one more tent here, but we'll see. And the water source wasn't like... You needed a scoop to get it, like my cup, to scoop it out, but it took a little longer, but well worth it. I just have been loading up on Gatorade, waiting for my appetite to kick in, just like the desert. Feels like I'm back in the desert. So yeah, good mileage day. We had that little road detour, which was a little wrinkle. Yeah, just a real dry trail. I think that's about it for today. Pretty tired. I think I'll get a second wind, and the heat just like takes it all out of you too. It's nice when it cools down at night. I think one of the thru-hikers at the Sierra Country Store mentioned that a heat wave was starting, so I think it might be a little warmer than usual, especially when it's not really like, there's no briskness in the morning, and it's not like cooling down at 3 or 4 in the morning where it's usually the coldest. So hopefully that'll change in the next few days. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll see you in the morning for Saturday. Oh, I guess one more thing. So when I was at the Feather River, which I think was about 8 miles ago, something like that, I put on my Crocs, and actually when I collected water, I actually had both legs all the way in and like washed everything off, got everything nice and clean. So when I got here, as soon as I put my legs down the sleeping bag, poof, the dirt comes up again. So I sacrificed another half cup of water just to rinse off the dirt from my lower legs and my feet, just because they were so dusty and dirty. It just would have been like dirt everywhere in the tent. So it was a good use of water. I brought enough to get by with using that. So that just goes to show you how dusty things are in these parts.
Good morning. It's about just after 7. I had a pretty good night's sleep, and everyone at camp still sleeping. So I'm walking down to the beach on Lake Huron. So let's see if we're about to go over a dune. So let's check it out. That's a pretty beautiful view to have in the morning. I bet this sun set would be beautiful. It's very quiet down here this early. Okay, so it's Friday night and pretty much everyone has, almost everyone has gotten into camp. So I'll flip the camera around and show you our tent city. So there's Kristen and Scott and then putting their tent up. And then we have our dining tent, the tarp because it was raining, lots of kids, Maggie and Luke. Our 3 tents you saw yesterday, and then Jenny and Sean are there, so lots going on today.